Good evening, my friends. I'm Dr. Olivia Snow, speaking to you today from my clinic here in Vancouver. That's how I began my conversation with Mr. Richard Bennett, a 65-year-old retired carpenter from Kelowna, British Columbia. He walked into my office last week, visibly nervous, shifting in his chair for several minutes before finally whispering, "Doctor, at my age, is it still normal to touch myself sometimes?" His question may sound simple, but the silence behind it speaks volumes. You see, in our society, especially among older adults, topics like masturbation are treated as if they were forbidden, almost shameful. Generations have grown up believing it's something you don't talk about, especially after 60. And that silence has cost many people their confidence, their curiosity, and even their health. But here's what I want you to know. Masturbation is not wrong. It is a natural, healthy part of human sexuality and an important aspect of overall well-being for seniors. Science now shows that maintaining sexual activity, even solo, can protect the prostate, support heart health, and enhance emotional balance. So, before you turn away or feel embarrassed, I invite you to stay until the end of this video. What you're about to hear might change the way you look at your body, your health, and the beautiful journey of aging itself. When I first told Mr. Bennett that science had a lot to say about this topic, he raised his eyebrows in disbelief. Like many men of his generation, he had grown up hearing that self-pleasure was harmful or shameful, something to be hidden, never discussed. But today's medical research paints a very different picture. One of the most remarkable studies comes from the National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM. Over 30,000 men were followed for several decades, and the results were striking. Those who maintained a regular pattern of ejaculation, about 21 times or more per month, had up to a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Yes, you heard that right, 1/3 lower risk. That's not a coincidence. It's biology at work. Here's how it happens. The prostate gland is like a small filter system inside your body. When you ejaculate, that filter is flushed clean toxins, old fluids, and potentially harmful substances are expelled. But when months go by without any activity, those fluids stagnate. They thicken, creating an environment where inflammation and even cancerous cells can begin to develop. Regular ejaculation, whether through intimacy with a partner or self-stimulation, helps keep the prostate clean and healthy. Just like running water keeps a pipe from rusting. And the benefits go far beyond the prostate. Studies show that sexual release helps regulate blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, and improve sleep quality. During orgasm, your body releases oxytocin and endorphins, powerful natural chemicals that calm your heart rate, ease anxiety, and prepare your body for deep, restorative sleep. That's why so many of my older patients tell me, "Doctor, I sleep better and wake up happier." Mr. Bennett listened quietly, nodding, and then said something that moved me deeply. "Doctor, all my life I thought this was something to be ashamed of, and now you're telling me it might actually save my health." And I looked him straight in the eye and said, "Richard, it's never too late to learn to take care of your body with knowledge, not shame." So, if you're listening right now, remember this. What we're talking about is not just pleasure, it's prevention, longevity, and quality of life. If this information surprises you or makes you rethink what you've always believed, leave a comment with the number 1 below to let me know you're with me. If you believe more people should hear the truth about men's health, give this video a like. And if you want to keep learning about how to age with vitality, confidence, and science on your side, subscribe to the channel because this journey has only just begun. After years of research and hundreds of patient stories, I've come to realize that masturbation in later life isn't just about pleasure, it's about preservation. So, let me share with you the 10 science-backed benefits that every man over 60 should know. First, it improves blood flow and oxygen supply to the penis, keeping the tissues flexible and responsive. Second, it protects the prostate, lowering the risk of inflammation and cancer. Third, it strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, improving bladder control and reducing those unwanted last drops. Fourth, It reduces stress and blood pressure by balancing cortisol and supporting heart health. 5th, it boosts brain chemistry. Dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin lift your mood and sharpen your focus. 6th, it encourages self-examination, helping detect early warning signs of testicular or prostate issues. 7th, it improves sleep quality, helping you fall asleep naturally and stay asleep longer. 8th, it reconnects you with your body, restoring confidence and self-acceptance. 9th, it enhances performance with your partner by improving control and awareness. And 10th, it keeps desire alive, reminding you that your vitality is still burning strong. Stay tuned in the next part. I'll explain how to practice safely and wisely, so you can enjoy all these benefits with confidence and dignity. When I first began addressing topics like this publicly, some people told me, "Dr. Olivia, are you sure you want to talk about such a sensitive issue? People might judge you." And maybe they were right, but I wasn't speaking to the judgmental. I was speaking to those who have spent decades working hard, raising families, and now find themselves carrying a quiet sense of shame about their own bodies. In my clinic here in Vancouver, I've met countless men and women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who still whisper when they talk about intimacy as if pleasure were something forbidden. Many grew up in an era when religion, social norms, and family traditions taught them to associate sexuality with guilt. That emotional burden doesn't just weigh on the heart, it also weighs on health. My mission is to help older adults release that unnecessary guilt. Because the truth is simple. Sexuality is not lost. With age, it evolves. It becomes less about performance and more about connection, self-awareness, and emotional healing. When you learn to embrace your body again, you also rediscover your energy, your joy, and your self-worth. I often tell my patients, you have spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of yourself without shame. Masturbation, when approached with respect and understanding, becomes a form of self-care, a way to stay connected to your physical and emotional well-being. It supports circulation, balance, and mental calm. But beyond that, it reminds you that your body is still yours, alive, responsive, and worthy of love. We need to stop seeing this as a taboo and start seeing it as a human right to health and dignity. Touch, pleasure, and connection are not privileges of the young, they are lifelong needs of every human being. So if you've ever felt embarrassed or guilty about this topic, I want you to take a deep breath and let that go. What you do in the privacy of your own space, when done with awareness, respect, and self-compassion, can be an act of profound healing. Because at the end of the day, masturbation is not just pleasure. It's a way to sustain longevity, confidence, and dignity in your later years. It's a way of saying to yourself, I am still here, I am still alive, and I still deserve to feel good in my own body. And if you believe this message deserves to be heard, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because we're building a community that believes in aging with honesty, science, and self-love. Before we end today's talk, let me remind you of something very important. No matter your age, you are never too old to take charge of your health. If you're a man over 50, I urge you to schedule your regular health checkups, especially the PSA prostate test. Early detection saves lives. I've seen it again and again in my clinic. Please, don't let embarrassment or old beliefs stop you from asking your doctor honest questions. The strongest man is not the one who hides his fears, but the one who takes action to protect his future. And if this video helped you see your health in a new light, then do your part to help others. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone who might need to hear these words. Because your body has been your loyal companion for decades. It has carried you through work, love, and life itself. Now it's your turn to care for it with kindness, attention, and respect. Su cuerpo está esperando. Your body is waiting to be cared for, loved, and appreciated. Comment 1 below if you're ready to start taking better care of yourself. Like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned because in the next videos, I'll share even more life-changing insights on aging with vitality, wisdom, and grace.